Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's second topic, UNITY, that spells unity. Look, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in Ravens country. But before we start and go any further into what's plaguing us, I want to give a shout out to Ray Lewis and his family. Condolences. It has been brought to this platform's attention that Ray Lewis III has he's passed away. The child of our legend Ray Lewis, and I believe his son attended Miami U. So just prayers, so much prayers go out to Ray and his family. I can't imagine losing a child, how that must feel. You know, a parent shouldn't have to bury their children. And I truly do mean that. Hopefully everybody send your condolences that way. At the end of the day, you know, that's part of the Raven flock. You know what I mean? And we send nothing but prayers and love towards the Lewis family. So, you know, condolences, and hopefully everything gets worked out on that end. Yeah, definitely. But moving on to a little more, you know, things that have happened on the team. I had started off the show saying UNITY, that spells unity. The reason why I said that is because with everything going on right now with the J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards wasn't practicing. There's so much talks behind the scenes, even with somebody named like a Bateman and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Look, I already said the one thing that can derail this team is injury. I'm adding something to it. Not being able to stick together. Because right now, I said this before. I said, when you're trying to win something, the team has to mesh and gel from the floor up. Everybody has to be on one accord. And with the problems going on with JK, the problems going on with Bateman, those are two premier weapons on this team. And now we're finding out that, I know everyone's going to say, who cares? But Pat Ricard's going to start the year off on the PUP list. Come and find out he got a hip surgery, hip replacement. Like, that's crazy. So, you know, it's so much going on right now that I think that we overlook all the time. But if we don't get our acts together, we're not going to make it nowhere. Because I think last year's loss in the playoff, as much as we've tried to move on from it, I think it still is an open wound for some of the players in Baltimore. And J.K. Dobbins is definitively one of those players. I think that he feels slighted. I think he feels underused. I think he feels disrespected. And I think he's acting out because of those three things. The question is, can he get over it to make a Super Bowl run? And if he can't get over it, listen, everyone's going to say, well, we have Gus and we have, Justice Hill, right? But guess what? We seen what this run game, even a heavily touted run game, looked like without Gus and J.K. It was not great. And we don't even got Kenyon Drake back. So, remember, it was Justice Hill, Kenyon Drake. Forgot the other dude that looked like he was running in slow motion every time he was running. Tackle for -1 yard. Forgot his name. I think his name was Mike something. But this is what we have to do to move forward. We have to find common ground. And I think that there's a lot of feelings in this right now. I think that Harbaugh is frustrated. And think about it. And look, I blame Harbaugh for a lot of the stuff that goes wrong with the Ravens. I'm not going to lie. But think about it from Harbaugh's perspective. You finally get past the Lamar situation. You're like, okay. You get past the Greg Roman situation. You're like, okay. You finally get another receiver opposite of Bateman. And you go into the draft to get a big-time young weapon. You're like, okay. And then your premier running back says, yo, man, y'all tripping. I might not be here. And, Harbaugh echoes his sentiments. So, this is such a weird predicament to be in. I'm looking at this and I'm sitting there like, man, looky here. And everyone's saying that I'm tripping. I get it. Sometimes I'm a little more energetic towards certain things, right? But here's the thing. With context, history becomes a topic. And with our history, am I truly tripping? Am I truly going out of bounds? Am I truly being extra? All the while knowing that we are putting all our eggs in the Super Bowl basket, knowing how much we're paying Lamar, knowing that Bateman's going to be up for a contract, knowing OBJ's only on a one-year plan, knowing next year JK could be gone, knowing next year Gus could be gone. No one's talking about that stuff. Think about that. Bateman could be gone next year. OBJ could be gone next year. JK could be gone next year. Gus could be gone next year. So we're trying to win now. We'll be fine if we get... No, that's gone. We already have wasted enough of Lamar Jackson's prime. We've already done enough of that. We got to start making up for that. There's an old stat. I think that after, 6 years? I think it was 5 years. I think after 5 years, if a quarterback and a head coach have not won a title in the NFL in their first 5 years, they will not win one together. So we are on the clock. I don't really count it as 5 years because Lamar's been injured. You know what I'm saying? He's been injured a whole year, and his first year, he didn't even start. So technically, he's at 3.5 years. 3.5 years playing for the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really count. They got a year and a half left. So we got to win now. That clock is ticking. And look, I really want to say this. This is not a time to hate on J.K. Dobbins. It is not. We see when he is on this field, or when he's on the field with this team, we are a better team. We are a more explosive team. It's just fact. So don't be super negative towards the guy. I know some Ravens fans are super pissed off at him. Don't. It's business. Business can get dirty and ugly. We've seen it with Lamar. Like I said, I know everybody can't get paid, but I just want these guys to be able to make their money. You know what I mean? And hopefully JK can make, comparable money that he feels comfortable with, and that the team feels comfortable with paying him, and we can keep moving forward as a team. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. We need all hands on deck. People keep forgetting we're learning a new offense. Pass protection. How well does the running backs do that? You know how much they got to learn? For running backs, they got to learn the O-line stuff too. They got to learn all that stuff. And both of our starting running backs have been out. Bateman, it wasn't that mini camp. OBJ was only there for 1 day? Zay was hurt for a day. Bro, I just want things to go smooth, man. And look, if I'm tripping, like I always say, you can tell me in the comments. But what do you guys think is going to happen with JK and the Ravens? Do you think he's going to suck it up, play? Do you think he's going to make more problems as the year goes on? Do you think he's going to be a cancer in the locker room? Let me know in the comment section, because I think it's going to be an ongoing story that's going to take a lot of precedent this off season. Once again, this is another episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you all for watching. You know how we get down to a lot of laughs, a lot of fun, but everything we talk about is rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Love the comments. Just be respectful and courteous when you're down there. We got no problems. Different people, different thoughts. I know it gets kind of heated. Just be respectful to one another. And if you would like to donate and help this channel grow, there's two ways of doing so. You can become a Patreon. You can become or leave a donation. Either one. And you can find the donation for the Cash App right here at the QR code on the left side of the screen, right? And you can find it in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. And that's the same thing for the Patreon. Become a patron, become a member, get at backs behind the scenes access, especially for the upcoming Nitro week or Wunderkind week that we got for the marathon, and also for the upcoming season with everything that's going to be entailed into being a patron. But once again, this is the Wunderkind Show. This is your Nitro signing off, and as always, you guys knows my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.